Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Speaking of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review, series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that, time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I'm trying out some Mexican food today. That makes me happy. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit whilst I'm doing all that. I'm inside my truck whilst I'm doing all that. I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? Well, it happens to be my Seven Dust shirt. Woo! I actually got this just a few months ago. Seven Dust is on tour with Static X. It's part of their Machine Killer tour. Really fucking awesome tour. It actually just ended. Like, it went for, I think, like a solid year and a half or something like that. Like, because they kept adding dates and, you know, they had a really successful run with it. I was there, admittedly, more for Static X, but it'd been a while since I'd seen Seven Dust perform live, so I was really excited for that. They put on a fantastic show, and if you're unfamiliar with Seven Dust, like, they're usually classified in the nu metal genre, but they're a metal band that's been around since, you know, like the 90s, and really fucking great. Like, they've never dipped in quality, you know, just consistently doing what they do and doing it really well. So I really enjoyed the show. So much so I actually got videos of all the performers that day. Seven Dust, Static X, I think there was another band called Lines of Loyalty. If you want, you can check those out. They're on this channel as well. I'm just saying. If nothing else, I can point you in the direction of Seven Dust. I'd gladly do so. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, like I said, I'm reviewing some Mexican food, and this is from a spot that I haven't hit in a while. So much so that I had to write down the name. Is a place called Taqueria La Herradura. I apologize in advance for mispronouncing the shit out of stuff. I'm a super white guy from the suburbs. I'm not good at things. But yeah, they're this cool little Mexican spot, and like I said, it's been there for a bit, and I finally am getting around to it. So, what am I reviewing first, folks? Because I do have a couple things. First is boom! But what is this? It's in tinfoil. These are, I don't know how sexy these are going to be in terms of, ooh, wow, they're really full, okay. Boom, it's taco, but it's not just any taco, it's Barbecoa Taco. Ha 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 ha. Let's get a, don't fall, get a thing for the thing. Looks like that. Ha 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 ha, yeah. So yeah, man, I figured, and this is just cilantro and onion, just, you know, standard style. I figured I love me some barbacoa, and I don't think I've ever had the barbacoa from this particular place. It's always a good place to start. Let's give it a go. That's some good barbacoa. That's some damn good barbacoa. I had barbacoa from a place, another local place, called Taco Pros. I put that video up, I think maybe last month. Go watch that video if you're interested. But I reviewed some barbacoa tacos from them, and that was like their specialty, you know, that was their thing. That was some really good barbacoa. This is some really good barbacoa too, though. Like, really, really good. And I gotta give them credit too, like, they pack the shit out of these tacos. Like, they're not super big, but you're getting a lot from them. It's juicy, it's flavorful. The meat isn't quite as melt in your mouth as the barbacoa I had from Taco Pros. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, it's not chewy or anything like that. It's just, you know, got a little more bite to it than Taco Pros did. And I don't mind that. Hey, man, that's good. Again, super flavorful. Definitely prepared well, prepared properly. I'm not the biggest onion guy in the world, but, you know, I figure I'd just get it the standard way. But the onions aren't bothering me. I like cilantro. I know some people, they can't do cilantro because it tastes like soap to them. Man, that's a kick in the ass, because cilantro tastes good. Hey, man, that's good. It's a good barbacoa taco. Like, I don't have anything against that. It's simple. It's flavorful. It does exactly what it needs to do. And like I said, you get a fair amount of meat in these. So, they're pretty dang filling. I'm down with that. I'll even kind of get into the second one a little bit here. So juicy. So juicy. And the juice just, so much flavor. Yeah, that's a good barbacoa taco. There's nothing to complain about with that. Yeah, man, I mean, there's not a lot more to say. Like, it's a very savory flavor. The thing I like about barbacoa is it just tastes so meaty, And, it's got other elements going on, but it's not like spicy or anything like that. It's just super meaty, and I love that about it. Like, even more than like a steak taco. As much as I like a steak taco, I definitely prefer barbacoa. It's just, the way the flavor hits is just fantastic. Yeah, man, I'm down with that. Two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I'm gonna go with yes and yes. I think, in both regards, I think for myself personally, this is what I want out of a barbacoa taco. Again, it's simple, it's flavorful, it's just tasty, it's going to be filling. Again, I really don't have anything, to criticize about it. Have I had a better barbacoa taco before? Yeah, probably. But even if I have, it wouldn't be by leaps and bounds. Like, even if I was talking about, like, Taco Pros, like I said before, that was kind of their specialty. I would say that this, honestly, even though, again, texturally it's a little bit different, because Taco Pros was, again, like, the meat just was melting. This maybe doesn't have the same texture, but in terms of flavor and everything, it's delivering easily, and it's clearly well made. So, yeah, man, I would get this again. And if I'm recommending it, I mean, I'm always going to recommend a barbacoa taco. As long as you're doing it right, and the nice thing about it is, you don't have to do that much to make it work right. Again, it's simple. Just make sure that, you're using good ingredients, making sure that, it's cooked properly. You're going to have a good time. And this, for me, this is a good time. So, I would definitely recommend it. And I think it's one of those things, because it is one of those places where they have, like, they have, like, the Mexican version, then they have, like, the English translation. So it's one of those things where, sorry, I'm parked outside. The guy just came out through the door, and he was just looking at me funny. He was like, just leave me alone. I will probably move for my next review. But yeah, no, man, I think that, it's one of those things where, like I said, they have the, the Mexican name, then the English translation name and stuff like that. And that can be a little bit intimidating if you're not, like, familiar with it. Kind of like I am, as much as I like Mexican food. But barbacoa taco is just, that's an easy thing to go with, and it's something that I think you can just start from there and build. So, that all said, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of the year. Folks, you over there have yourselves a truly taco-tastic rest of your life, because tacos are just good. They're just wonderful and delicious. Now, all that said, and I just want to mention, because this is a local establishment, it's going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist. So that's a playlist for just local spots. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholeness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Like I said, the thing for me is I'm going to find a different spot to do my review. I didn't think anybody would really pop their head out from back here, but I don't need people, because sometimes when I do these reviews, I have to do them in less than prime locations, because, like, just maybe the sun's out too much, or maybe just there's too many people around. So sometimes I have to get a little bit creative, and like the last thing I need is somebody calling the cops on me and being like, hey, there's some guy back here. Be like, oh no. So hopefully you don't have to deal with that in your life, and you're able to just eat your delicious tacos at your own pace. Anyway, bye.